What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. AuzSOME here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending where you're at, but hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto, to talk more about the markets. Yes, I am a little early today. I'm about a half hour early today. I do have an appointment. That's why. And talk about the markets. Because today we've had a nice, crazy bounce back, dude. This is getting crazy. And just like the title says, this is crazy. It absolutely is. Right when we think that the markets, are falling out, we have a significant bounce back. I mean, a bounce back from 89,000 all the way up to 93,000 for Bitcoin. We did talk about this yesterday. We talked about it last week on the levels of where Bitcoin would go. So far, it actually hit our levels. It hit right smack dab in the middle of our fair value gap at 89,200 is where it hit. Pretty crazy when you start to think about how like that all works out. But there's other news out here that are both positive and negative in the market. I still don't know where this is going to fall. I guess you could say like the global sentiment on the market is still pretty bad right now. There's a lot of fear in the atmosphere right now. You can see that the fear index is still down pretty significantly. But again, as much as there is negatives, there's a lot of positives too. But before we jump into all the news, I do want to say what's up to the A team in here. We got just Maui. Yeah, can we just pick a direction? Yeah, can we just pick up or down? Can we just figure it out? Yeah, I agree with that, dude. Lionheart, what's up, buddy? We're looking better today. We absolutely are, dude. Good to see you. Harley, Gomez, Javi, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Jolyn, what's up, man? Marlo, Andrew, Canada, Guy, what's up, Guy? Good to see you, man. We got RPM in the house here. John, we got Shannon, what's up, buddy? Plumber, it's good to see you guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm a little bit early today. Johnny Blaze, what's up, man? XCEL Mafia, hell yeah, dude. XCEL actually holding up strong, right? Still sitting there in the 0.005 right now, looking pretty good overall. Gotta say, man, everyone, even with the markets the way that they are, like they go up, they come back down. I mean, right now, literally over the last hour, the markets have come back down. But it's crazy how we've been able to bounce back. It's just like this wild, wild ride. And I don't think that we actually know exactly where this is going to go. But let's actually jump into it. We do got some news to share here. I do think there's some, again, positive and negative things here that we'll discuss on the channel. As you can see right now, Bitcoin is back down to 92,863. This almost hit, this just went over 94 or almost close to 94,000 like over an hour ago. And now we're starting to see it fall back down to 92.8. Ethereum sitting at 31.22. XRP back to 221 right now, looking pretty good. Again, Solana. I mean, Solana's starting to make a little bit of a comeback here. All these things are trying to make a comeback here. Even Zcash, right? Zcash is still holding on a little bit strong there. Hedera's actually come back strong here in the last hour. I did put a long position in on Hedera. I put a couple positions in yesterday at the levels I said I was going to. Two of them actually got hit my stop losses on those, so it's all good. But Hedera is the only one still hanging on from that little leverage trade that I put out there. And so far looking pretty good. I think I'm up a couple $100 on that one. But you can see right now, stock market's getting absolutely obliterated right now. Unfortunately, stock markets are down. You can see right here, the Dow dropped 600 points, S&P 500 about 74. And you can see right now that the NASDAQ's down about 358 points. These are some gloomy times when you think about it. I mean, a lot of positive things with like us hitting all-time highs, but we've also lost significant portions of this, right? We're down 5% in certain areas. That's almost like bear market territory or a massive relief that people weren't expecting, at least even in the stock market. So it's not just crypto. The stock markets right now are getting obliterated. Obviously, the tech slump is here. Bitcoin, briefly dipped below the 90,000. That doesn't really have a whole lot to do with the NASDAQ, S&P, and the Dow. But, I mean, overall markets are kind of bleak right now. You can see right here, crypto turns green and Bitcoin nears the 94 just hours after falling to 90,000. Actually fell to 89,200 is where it fell. I was just looking at the charts earlier this morning about the levels of which we talked about yesterday. And I mean, they're right there, dude. Right for, let's go, got it. You can see, I mean, it fell right in the middle of that fair value gap. I put that line here yesterday. You guys can see my line was a little bit off, right? 89,709 was the buy. This came all the way down to 89.2. So 89.7 is where I had the line, but right in the middle of that fair value gap, dude, bounced right off of that. Pretty big. That's a significant bounce, right? We're talking almost 3K in a bounce right there, almost up to a 6K. If you go back up to the 94 of where it hit, it went all the way back up to 95, back to a fair value gap here. People are thinking that or suggesting that we're probably going to stay around this 90,000 to 100,000 mark. Who knows how long, but they think that that's probably where we're going to find our level. We do know that the bottom has completely fallen out for this weekly right now on the RSI. We have roughly 5 days, 7 hours left for this weekly to end. So, again, I think that this is going to hit bottom. It's going to hit rock bottom for both, which could be good, could be negative for some. But I mean, I think it's good because I think hitting the bottom is kind of where we're at. I mean, if this is the bottom, this would be great. You know what I mean? If we find the bottom, the weekly is still an uptrend. Yeah, I think so too. I think that's you're talking about the weekly. You're talking about the weekly itself or the RSI. I think either one, Jolyn. I think either one. Pipeline, what's up, buddy? Andrew B, what's going on, dude? Most cryptos bottom on daily and weekly stuff. Yeah, the RSIs are down pretty good, but that's kind of what you want to see. I mean, in all reality. So that's kind of where this is at right now. We're starting to come back down, but I mean, here's some perspective out here. I actually think this is a pretty good post right here. It says Bitcoin averages 2 declines of 20% or more per year. Ether or Ethereum averages 3 declines of 20% or more per year. The S&P 500 averages 4 declines of 5% or more per year, which is where we're at right now. The NASDAQ 100 averages 4 declines of minus 5% or more per year. Gold averages 1 decline of 10%, which we're actually on right now. And it says the VIX spikes above 20 roughly 40 times per year. The average S&P stock declines roughly 20% over once every 12 months. Zoom out and ignore the noise, meaning that this is very, very common of what we're seeing right now. Like everyone's panicking, but this is like, we've seen this. I mean, when you zoom out on this chart, like we've talked about this multiple times, like each of these areas right here have been down before. Like this is nothing like out of the norm. You come back and see, look at these levels, dude. Like we've seen these before. I mean, you're talking, and look at the pumps that's going to happen out of these, wherever the bottom is on these things. You know what I mean? And we know that these are going to come down and go past this 50 moving average here. But in all reality, like these dips happen almost regularly. I mean, and that's kind of what this post says here. Putting it into perspective is that this is very common, and we're seeing it right now in real time. I think a lot of us were kind of expecting this. We saw the weekly RSI completely get obliterated on its way down. So you think it'll hit bottom, Austin, or a little further? Well, I mean, I'm hoping that we hit bottom, but I mean, I'm just one voice, right? And there was a quote out there today I was reading. It said, long-term investors should not listen to short-term perspectives, meaning that people out there are putting out short-term perspectives. And so if you're a long-term holder, none of this should matter to you anyways. And I think a majority of us have been invested in this for quite some time, and we're long-term holders. I mean, we've been holding for years. There's people that definitely jumped in and probably held the top, but I mean, majority of the people are long-term holders, or maybe some are not. But I say the majority of people here on the A team are probably long-term holders to some degree. And I think that's a super important quote that I read earlier today, and I kind of dig it because it's true. Like, why are long-term investors taking advice from short-term speculators? And most of the people here on X, most of the people out there putting out stuff are short-term speculators. They're just looking for the dailies, or maybe the scalping of charts, or whatever it might be. And so just don't listen to those, right? If you're a long-term holder, just chill out. You know what I mean? Shannon, thanks so much for the $20 super sticker, man. You always hold it down for me, bro. Appreciate you a ton, man. And thanks so much for the 1999 super chat. I do really, really appreciate that. I can't believe he just said what he said. He sent the message to the elites. I don't even know what he said. What did he just say? If you always bought when down, regardless of bear or bull, and you hold, you'll be up in the long run. 100%, Julian, 100%. What's up, my batch? Good to see you, dude. Wise words. Yeah, I read it. It was actually a guy here on X. His name was Anthony Pompolino or something like that. I was just scrolling through and I saw that and I was like, that's actually really good. I can't take credit for it. It's a true statement though. I mean, if you really think about it. So yeah, if you think bottom, yeah, it's a little further. So speaking of the bottoms, dude. So you have, obviously, when you're forecasting this stuff, you have a lot of traders out here. And obviously, it's coming from Kalshi out here. Kalshi traders forecast Bitcoin to drop as low as 82,000. So you're having the markets out there, the social markets. I mean, you have $8 million right now of volume, suggesting that roughly 82K is like what's going to be forecasted. So you're having people bet on the odds of Bitcoin going to 82K. So if you're a betting person, I mean, right now the odds are not in our favor of staying at 90,000. The odds are going to 82K. Now, also, if you look over at Polymarket's saying that there's a 36% chance that this falls below $80,000. And again, this doesn't say when. it's not saying like $80,000 before. I mean, yeah, I could come back. I think it's going to come back down to $80,000 in the bear market. I think it's going to come down to $76,000. So I agree with both Kalshi and both, or whatever this one in poly market, that this will eventually happen in the bear market. But I feel that we might have hit our bottom now. But this is the wagering that they're putting out there. And again, some of these things are right on, dude. I'll give them that, dude. Sometimes these things hit right on. But then you have the Winkle, the Winklevoss twins out here coming out here and saying that this might be the last time. This is the last time you'll ever be able to buy Bitcoin below 90K. I don't know necessarily if I agree with that, but I mean, he's obviously one of the biggest names in the space for being head of the, he's out there with all the crypto bills. He's at the White House. He's an advocate for Bitcoin, advocate for crypto, and clear rule writing. So you have this one guy who's obviously has the ends of everything saying this. I don't again, I mean, I think everyone has their own thoughts of where Bitcoin's going to go, and no one's going to ever really know. The only people that actually probably know are none other than your good old ETF people right here. You got your BlackRocks, you got your Grayscales, you got your Fidelities. These are the people that are going to know which crypto, where's crypto going to go, because they're the ones that control it now. I mean, I know that like a lot of retail people hold, but I think that they're controlling a lot of how the market reacts to certain things. And you can see right now, I mean, this is what's happening. On November 17th, which was yesterday, spot ETF flows recorded 94.5 million in BTC outflows and at 10.37 million in ETH inflows. Meanwhile, Solana saw 8.2 million in inflows, and XRP recorded 25.4 million of inflows. So these ETFs are going to continue to rule the roost. I believe that. I think that these institutions have just a lot of power. I think they have a lot of money, and they're kind of, again, markets are not going to change until these people start buying again. When you see BlackRock, and this happened back when dude, like, just remember when we went back when Grayscale was selling all their Bitcoin and Ethereum on the open market. Right after the spot ETF opened up, dude, it was open for like maybe a month. No, not even that, probably a couple weeks. And Grayscale and BlackRock came in and just was like buying the market. And then Grayscale was literally just dumping the market. Like, they were just selling everything. And the market just like literally got obliterated. I think you guys remember that. At least the people that have been here know that. And it was like, dude, when's Grayscale going to stop? When's Grayscale going to stop? I probably have a live out there talking about Grayscale selling and obliterating the markets. And that's kind of what's happening right now in real time. I mean, it's what's happening in front of us. So I think they continue to control it. And I don't think you can change my mind on that one. I'm also hoping it goes to 140 so I can double down. You talking about XRP, bro? I missed play of the day when we were bringing it back. That was so fun. Yeah, play of the day, Kenny. Yeah, play of the day was fun, man. I just felt like there was a lot of pressure with play of the day, and it was just because like the markets move so. Sometimes it's just hard to do the day side of it, right? So to come out with a play of the day made it really hard, and I just felt like it was just like really hard to do, because you would, as soon as you wreck a couple people, you're like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't be doing that. I could not pass on buying a large DCA position of SOL at 130. Yeah, it's probably not a bad deal. There, Fink, looking this chops used the massive one-time write-off. I know, the big beautiful bill, massive one-time write-off. It's probably going to happen, dude. What's the word with the FT spot ETFs? I think the ETFs are coming. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you, man. When should we expect the Clarity Act to pass? I think that they said they're going to have everything squared away by Thanksgiving. I don't know if that necessarily means it's not going to pass by Thanksgiving, but I think they're going to actually have it and be able to move forward with it. So I think that's what Brian Armstrong said yesterday. So Trump is very welcoming Saudi. And you're talking about the White House stuff? Yeah, I mean, they're talking about a trade deal with Saudi Arabia that was going to give them like F-35s and stuff like that. Some crazy stuff, dude. Private credit needs propping, and until liquidity in the system is increased, we are on shaky legs. Yeah, I mean, you can see right now the delinquencies out there. There was a report that came out today showing the amount of delinquencies we have in the United. We're at one of the highest levels in history for delinquencies. Who would have thought that, dude? We're at levels almost greater than 2008 and 2010. I mean, those are the levels of where we had the mass amount of delinquencies. And we're like right there with it. It's crazy that like we're not really even talking about that. Like, that's the scary part, is that in 2008, I remember like that financial crisis was insane. I mean, everyone was defaulting. Everyone was like, losing their ass. Like, it was crazy, and everyone was talking about it. Now, like, we're at the same level, and I feel like it's not talked about enough. I do talk about delinquencies a lot on the channel here, but like, I don't hear about it like when I'm like talking to friends or family or any of that kind of stuff. Like, it's weird. It's really weird. So, oh, don't call it. Yeah, I don't think we're definitely not. We're not even close to a recession. Yeah, I would agree with you. We're not even close to that at all. I think we're just, hit some levels here. You can see even with this dip right here. I mean, we got whales buying, dude. Look at this, dude. I mean, when I've told you guys multiple times, dude, you follow the whales in this space, and you can see the whales are starting to accumulate, and it's pretty massively, right? So I mean, Bitcoin's dipping, but whales are accumulating. This crazy times, right? I mean, this is, like I said, this is crazy. Like, I can't comprehend some things that are coming through, because there's a massive sell-off, but there's a lot of people that are jumping back in to buy these things up, and it is wild to see. And you can see right here that 95% of BTC held by short-term holders, and those, again, short-term holders are those that hold less than 155 days, so basically almost half a year, is underwater. 95% of the people that have been holding less than 155 days are underwater. That's a crazy number for Bitcoin, dude. That means that literally 95% of people bought 155 days ago, or less, are underwater. They're at a loss, and that's wild to think. You know what I mean? Like, it was just crazy, because a couple months ago, 95% of the people were in the profits. Like, isn't that wild to think that, like, 2 months ago, or like maybe almost 2.5 months ago, that 95% of the people that bought, short-term holders, were in a profit, and now 95% of them, these are at levels that we haven't seen in quite some time. I think these are actually at the lowest levels ever in history right now, which is what this says. You can see right here, the supply, we're way down here, lowest ever. So, I mean, like, through the existence of Bitcoin, we've never been this low at a 95% loss. And here we are. So, with that being said, all the negative news, like this might be negative, like negative news. But what's great about it is, like, when these things hit bottom, we bounce back. Like, there's only one way. There's only one way up from here, right? Or there's only one way to go from here, and that's up. Is that how it's said? And that's kind of where it's at. I mean, every time we come and we hit these lows, we bounce back. And that's where we're at right now. So regardless of what happens, we know that we're going to bounce back. We don't stay at the bottom forever. We don't stay at the top forever. But we do know that once we hit the peak, we're going to fall. Once we hit the bottom, we're going to climb. And so, like, right now is like a really good indicator showing us that we're probably going to have a bounce back, a pretty good bounce back. Saudi Arabia to invest $600 billion in US. That's crazy. Damn. It's pretty good. What's up, Tim Shea? We got the Bear Crypto in the house. We got Cool Cat in the house here. What's up, my guy? VI Peoples, what's going on, man? What's up, Romeo? Good to see you, buddy. ATM, I've been on vacation for 10 days. Damn, bro, missed the craziness. Well, I hope your vacation was great, man. Yeah, I took a little bit. I took a week off too, just a little bit ago. I had to recharge my battery, dude. The bank news today about allowing them to hold crypto for blockchain fees is big news. Yeah, that came out today too, dude. To talk about, like, really good news right here. U.S. banking regulators now allow banks to hold crypto to pay blockchain network fees. Dude, this is huge, man. Huge for regulators, dude. I mean, banks paying gas fees were officially entered. I mean, this is great. This is what you want, right? We're trying to move into a new financial sector here. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing this unfold. So it's nice to see that. One thing that's really cool about here is, I don't know if you guys follow this Timothy guy, but he puts out these like Bitcoin seasonality in one chart things. He puts them out like almost daily. And I kind of like them, because it basically, what it does, it takes like 10 years of Bitcoin and puts it into like one chart. Like, so like all the years and days and everything, puts it into one chart, and then it like kind of tracks where it's going and where it could go based off of like all the trends. I kind of like it. So what this is basically saying here is that you can basically see over here, obviously this red line is current Bitcoin price, okay? And then these are the different levels of where this could actually go in terms of season. And right now this is October 11th. This will be June 16th. But basically what he's saying is that on the highest level, we get to 240 by June, somewhere around June, right? Which, again, this could go even higher than that. But he's saying 200,000 by June 11th for the median, right? So that's like the middle of the pack. The lowest outcome on the current trend is 160 by June of next year. So even when you look at this lowest trend, which is actually where it's trending right now, it's saying by June of next year, which is roughly what? we're saying, let's just say the November is over. So you got December, and then you're going in. So you got 7 months from now, you're almost going to double your Bitcoin. You're almost going to go up 100%. Like, that's on the low scheme of this. So he's taken 10 years of data. He's put in a high level, he's put in a median level, and he's put in a low level based off of all the data. And so even at the lowest level, we're still saying 160 by June. On the median, which would be great, would be sitting around 200,000. And by June of next year, at the highest, would be sitting, they're saying roughly around 240, but it could be more than that, right? Because this actually goes off the chart here. It could be actually more. But all reality, what this is saying is that, like, we're actually down here, we're trending down here. And to just know, like, hey, if you bought Bitcoin today, put 10,000 into Bitcoin, and in 7 months, you can turn that into, turn your 10,000 into 20,000. That's crazy, right? That's crazy wealth distribution just right there alone. But, unfortunately, people won't trust that. They won't buy. They'll buy when Bitcoin's back to 100,000. That's when people are going to start to buy. They're going to buy when it's back to 110. They're going to buy back when it's 115. For some reason, the psychology is like people will not enter into the market when it's at the best time to enter the market. It's just crazy to me. I don't understand it, but I mean, like, it took me a couple of years to figure it out, but yeah, you can't force anyone. So just put a little cash in the Coinbase. Any idea what's the low is going to be for XRP approximately, of course? I mean, we're looking at we're looking at XRP yesterday. And like, I feel like, it's tough to say, but I mean, we're right in this area between 225 and $2, right? And you can see, look at the area of, like, there's massive amount of support here. I mean, outside of this massive run here, and we've already filled up the fair value gaps through here. And again, I'm not saying that this couldn't fall below this in the bear market, but I mean, right now, I mean, I'd have a hard time seeing this get past $2 again. To be honest, like, that'd be tough, but you can never say never. Right now, the RSI on the weekly is literally bottomed out. The MAC, you can see right here, the MACD right here is actually, we went back over. We're now in negative territory. And last time we actually did that, we still pumped out of it, but this is back in the bear market of when this crossed back over. You can see that. But last time we even got close and we crossed back over was back over here in July 21st during the bull run, and we came back out and we hit another high. So, I mean, like, this just crossed over. And if this starts to get positive, well, then we'll curve back around and almost repeat what we saw here. But, it's tough to say, dude. It really is tough to say what's going to happen. But this won't stay down here forever. This will eventually bounce back to some level. It's just a matter of, how far we continue to go down. Some people think we're going to continue to go down. So, it's a really tough number to say. The boom was just waiting for me to get back. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Holding most of my bags for my kids. Maybe I'll scrap a little of retirement in 20 years. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. November 22nd cannot come quick enough. Buy now while it's all low. Why? What's November 22nd? You get a paycheck or something? Put a little cash. Yeah, that's good, dude. So I mean, like, when you're looking at the XRP, looking at HBAR, like I told you guys, I put 3 longs in yesterday. I put one in for XRP, I put one in for HBAR, and I put one in for Ethereum. And both my XRP and Ethereum stop losses hit, and then my what do you call it? My HBAR one is still lingering out there. I should probably just take profits on it and call it a day. Honestly, that's probably what I should do if I'm being responsible. You can see I'm up about $314 on the HBAR one. So my other one's hit. This one's up about 46% right now from yesterday. Just felt like it was just at this, like, it hit the buy points of what we talked about. So obviously I'm going to put my numbers in. And then obviously trailing stop losses hit, and it is what it is. But right now, the only one I actually have right now is HBAR still lingering. I should probably just pull the trigger. So I choose 210. Okay, yeah, 210. I mean, somewhere in that ballpark, right? Has the odds of the Fed rate change? It has, guy. It's gone down. I think we're actually looking. It's more. It's crazy. Is a month ago, probably not even a month ago, we were sitting at 98% chance that there was going to be a rate cut in December. I mean, isn't that crazy to think? It was like literally 90. You can go back and review my lives. I mean, I displayed that chart religiously for like every day for like 2 weeks. The CME, it's the CME chart, right? And now, I mean, now it's really flat, but it's actually gone the other way. So you can see right here, I mean, 48% chance that we get a rate cut, right? 375 to 400 is the current rate. That's at a 51.1%. And then you come over here, and right now the rate cut is actually at a 48. So, I mean, there's still a chance. It's not like it's a 50-50 chance. But we want to see this maybe trend back up to 70, maybe 80%, to really get a clear indication as to whether we get a rate cut or not. I think the jobs report's going to come out. I think some things are going to come out later this week that will tell us a lot of what's going to happen. But I mean, we're still roughly 3 weeks out before this. December 10th will be a big meeting. It'll be a big meeting, actually. You'll have, obviously Powell will speak on the economic projections going into 2026. So that could be huge too. So, and what's crazy is usually December is a really, really good month. It really is. I mean, usually for the stock market, it's one of the best months for the stock market. December is usually pretty damn good. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I guess history has not played out very nicely this year. I mean, some things have, but for the most part here, October, November has been dismal. And if you go back and you look at just the previous historical numbers for Bitcoin on the coin glass, on the historical charts that we always display, you can see that, usually when you follow these 2 months and they are like this, we tend to leave into the next month not looking too hot either, right? I mean, last time that we had both October and November in the red, we went all the way in December and January of that following year in the red. And it's only happened one time in history where we've had October, November in the red together. So the only history you have to show is that we're going to have a dismal December and a dismal January. But history has not repeated itself at all. And you can see we're on path for one of the worst, probably the second worst November in the history of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, obviously, earlier today, I think it was number second, but it's come back now because 2018 we're at minus 36%. But yeah, it's just crazy when you look at this stuff. You know what I mean? What's up, Adam? Good to see you, buddy. If we don't get the rate cuts, there's going to be some downturn pressure causing it pretty much to fracture. It very well could. We're still dealing with the government shutdown hangover, probably. I think, usually we have a bounce back, but I think there is probably a little bit of people haven't got their paychecks yet. That's crazy to me. The government's open and people still haven't got their paychecks. Or some people haven't anyways. Some people have, but I heard some people haven't got their paychecks yet. That's crazy to me. The Fed is a lost cause. Yeah, sometimes it feels like it, dude. Sometimes it feels like it. So yeah, pretty crazy when we start to look at this. So I like these kind of charts right here. I guess what I'm saying is that people are projecting that by June of next year maybe we're 160, but some people think that that's a hopium. Here's the relief rallies of every year. You can see that we've had a relief rally back in 2014, 2017, 2021, and they're saying that we're going to have a relief rally here in 2025. And again, everything that follows a relief rally, it's going to dump thereafter, right? So we'll actually rally again, and then we'll have a sell-off towards the end of the year. So I mean, like this could very well happen again, right? So here's a relief rally. We go up about a certain percentage. This one went up 73.59 in 2014. It went up about 47% here in 2017. It went up 45.69% here in 2021. And now they're thinking that we're probably going to have close to a 50% relief rally here in 2025 before we have a bleed out again going into the following year. So I don't know what's going to happen. I honestly don't. Bitcoin always sees a relief rally after losing the 50 MA at the end of the 4-year cycle. So realize that we're going to have a relief rally. And some people are thinking that could be the last rally before we go into a bear market. So the 4-year cycle is a fascinating topic. So many different opinions right now. Oh, I would agree, Kenny. It is pretty fascinating. I don't know what we're in, whether bull or bear, uncharted territory. Maybe there is the more the ISO 2025 standard, which may take time to pump. Yeah, I would agree. Trent. It is kind of a weird thing we're in today. Any news yet on your streaming future? Oh, what do you mean? Texas May, what do you mean? The McRib index is now full effect. It is, dude. This ISO 2003 full implementation is going to be amazing. It's already starting, right? The Fed's already accepting, blockchain payments to be on their books. So banana hammock out, boys. This is exactly how you miss the top. I'm here for a year to come where I won't need a top. Yeah, this is a pretty this is a pretty flat top, dude. I'll be honest. I mean, we hit the top, but I mean, it definitely didn't ever hit the euphoria stage, right? If this is the top, it definitely missed a lot of that, right? They could well, Michael PMW. I mean, I think the exchanges are totally obliterating crypto right now. I've said that more. I've said that over again. I think that the crypto exchanges, along with the institutions, are in full control of this market. So kind of crazy. 4 year cycle is done. You think the 4 year cycle is done? I don't know, man. Hard to say. Saying on YouTube or moving to Kick. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing, dude. Yeah, it's tough to say, Tex. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, man. I should probably move to like Kick, or I should at least dual stream over there, but I don't know. Debt with refinance from 4 years to 5 years. What if that? What if this is the start of a new type of cycle? That'd be crazy. I mean, we do go off the debt cycle, so people are confusing the 4 year cycle with the alt season. The 4 year cycle will always stir interest in BTC. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know what to believe at this point either. The King of Kings. I think it's, we're all just talking about this. The perma bull attitude. You'll always miss the top. Hang around long enough, and even bear markets will be a good sell for you. That's true. That's actually true. I mean, if you hang around long enough, a bear market, you still will be in the positive, right? So it doesn't really matter. I get what you're saying there, Kev. I mean, even if this were the bear market right now, I mean, we're up, 300-400% on some of our investments. So even if this is the bear market, you're like, yeah, you're still up. Like even if you sold in the bear market, it's still a positive. But some people, that's not the case, right? I download Kick just in case. All right, Texas made. All right, bro. I think it has to do with talking about BTCC and leveraging trading that is getting. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that could. I don't. It's tough, observer. I don't know. This is just sharing. Like, this is the thing. Even the leverage side of it, like it's just sharing. I mean, you're out here just sharing like what you're doing, which is just education for people. So like, I don't. I mean, YouTube has some crazy. If you can go down some rabbit holes on YouTube, and you're like, how are they still out here doing their thing? I mean, I have stuff popping up on my kids, like they'll be watching shorts, dude, and they have like random things pop up. I'm like, how is that okay? But it is what it is, man. I'm nothing you can really do about it. Just take the punches when you can. 50-year mortgage will just increase home prices and make banks richer. Oh, dude, yeah. The 50-year, and dude, it's just like a car loan, dude. I mean, like a car loan's on a small scale, but I mean, think about it. When we went to like the 7-year car loan or the 8-year car loan, I think you can take out like an 84 month. What is 84 month? Like that. I mean, that might be the highest. Is 84 month the highest? 7-year, yeah. I think 84 month is the highest you can do. Maybe there could be maybe there's another one. I don't know. Maybe they got a 90. Do they got a 96 now or 94? Do they got a 94 now? I don't know. I haven't gone a car, but a 94 month or even an 82. A 7-year or an 8-year car loan is crazy to me. But I mean, people are doing it just to afford a car. So like, yeah, if you really believe in these crypto assets to be massive down the road, you got to be buying these dips. Oh yeah, JJ 8ball. That's why I love this statement here. I said it earlier. This guy on X posted it. His name's Anthony. He said long-term investors shouldn't take advice from short-term speculators. I couldn't agree more with that, dude. Like a lot of us been here for a long time. It's almost like to what Kev just said. I mean, it shouldn't matter. Like, regardless of top or bottom, like, I mean, if you've been here long enough, like this shouldn't, I mean, you're still positive, right? You're still in the positive. So, bear or bull, we're still trading. That's true. That is true. History may not be much of a useful guide for crypto in the future. I kind of agree. Lately, it's kind of been a dud guy. Whether someone likes Algorand or not, the price currently practically guarantees future profits. I mean, it's looking. I mean, a lot of these things look good. This right here says we're in a meme stock market correction, or sorry, we're in a mere stock market correction. The S&P 500 is down 4% from its record high, as I showed you guys earlier. Multiple times during the year, we go down 5%. And sentiment is at a magnificent 7 is going bankrupt, as if the magnificent 7 is going bankrupt. Why is this the case? Because we are in the midst of a technological revolution. Change is always met with resistance. In reality, the S&P 500 averages 4 pullbacks of 5% or more per year. This is a healthy technical correction before we set to go to 7,000 for the S&P 500. Zoom out. Use fear to acquire higher quality names at a discount and ignore the noise. I couldn't agree more with that, dude. Like, I honestly couldn't agree more. We've seen this before. Like I said, like, here's the perspective. Anyone that missed the perspective, like, zoom out. Here's the perspective. Bitcoin averages 2 declines of 20% or more per year. Ethereum averages 3 declines of 20% or more per year. The S&P 500 averages 4 declines of 5% or more per year. The NASDAQ 100 averages 4 declines of 5% or more per year. Gold averages 1 decline of 10% or more per year. The VIX spikes above 20 roughly 40 times per year. It says the average S&P 500 stock declines 20% once every 12 months. Like, that's exactly what's happening right now. Like, to hear that's some easy perspective for you. So zoom out and ignore the noise. I couldn't agree more with everything here on that. Like, I truly believe that as well. So we got that. You see, even El Salvador's out here. They came in and bought $100 million. So I mean, they're out here buying the dips. They're not messing around. So shout out to El Salvador for doing that. I mean, some people are out here buying. Down 50% from highs a few months ago, but still up 4.5 overall. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm in the same boat. All this get rich in one cycle thing is bollocks. They'll learn eventually. It takes years to build wealth, dude, for sure. I think it takes years to build wealth in this space. XXI Gaming, what's up, buddy? 7 years is 84 months. Is that what it is? 84 months? Maybe I have my math wrong. 8-year car loan's crazy. Yeah, dude. You pay interest and own nothing. The bank still owns the asset. Well, what's crazy is, I mean, like, that's what sucks about a lot of this, is that even if you pay, that's what's crazy is you'll buy a house, you'll spend 30 years paying off a house, and then you still got to pay property taxes. And then if you don't pay your property taxes, what happens? They come and they take your house. So, like, nothing's actually owned. You don't own anything. You'll never own it, unless they take away property taxes. And then if that's the case, then, you'll, as long as you pay out the loan, you don't have to pay property taxes, and you own the property outright. And that's true ownership. But unfortunately, that's not how it works in America. Fortunately, you no matter how you look at it, they'll always have you by the balls, dude. I fell for satire. How you been, Austin? What's up, Billion Right? Good to see you, buddy. A long time no see. Hope all is well, my guy. Yes, that's my real last name. This is Primetime Trump with the Prince in the Office. Is it on right now? My buddy financed a Denali for 10 years. Oh my God, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, I think when I got my Tesla is the last purchase I had almost a year ago or whenever it was. And I got it for soccer, but I think that was the last one I had. And I think I have a 5-year loan on it. I think it's a 5-year. I'm pretty sure it's 5-year. 96 is out there for autos. That's crazy, dude. Justin, thanks so much for the $2 super chat here. Are you buying into Maxi Doge pre-sale? No, absolutely not. I probably won't. Nothing against it. I just probably won't buy into, I don't know enough about those ones, dude. My truck will be paid off this January. I can't not wait for no more. Yeah, dude, Jacob, that's awesome, dude. Shout out to you for getting that paid off. Stock crashing too, so something else is going on. Wouldn't sell real world assets. Utility, yeah, I'm with you, Trent. I think something. I mean, all the fundamentals are still there. Nothing's changed. We talked about this yesterday in the stream, dude. Like, all the fundamentals are still there. With crypto and even the stocks, nothing's changed, bro. The only thing that's changed is the exchanges liquidating markets, and you can see really good. Bitcoin bounced back to 93, dude. Went up $1,000 in less than a half hour. This market is crazy times right now, dude. It is crazy times, dude. Bill and Wright, member for 9 months. Dude, that's awesome, bro. Yo, Austin, I got some news for you, bro. What is it, dude? That you've been my member for 9 months? That's pretty badass, dude. Almost a year. Appreciate you, man. Hope all is well, like I said. Hope the president is ready when the real estate crashes. Then let's see what happens. I hope real estate doesn't crash, dude. I remember a $1,200 top being euphoria. That's true, right, Kev? What's up, Chameleon? Good to see you, man. The noise is kind of loud. That's true. I'll give you that, GW. Isn't this only the second or third time in history that the U.S. has used quantitative easing with institutions? I don't know the timelines. What's up, Rob? Got it. Good to see you, buddy. When in doubt, zoom out. A lot of positive catalysts incoming. I think so too, JJ. Selmo. We got Selmo Fudd. What's up, buddy? Selmo Fudd in the house here. My whole life is crypto. One day I'm going to retire. BTC, Ether, Sol, Crow, Uni. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go, Haven. I got 5 payments on my truck. I bought it new in 2019. Damn, bro. Got 5 more payments, dude. Get them, bro. Veterans with 100% disability get no tax on houses they live in. That's cool, dude. That's how it should be, right? I mean, you serve the country, you deserve that, you know? That's so nuts when you think about it like that too, Chameleon. God, dude, that's so nuts. Like when you think about it like that, it's just crazy, dude. $5K a month taxes for a 1-bed, 1-bath apartment worth. Gosh, Trent, that's crazy, dude. That's New York for you though, right? You're financing a car for 10 years, you're broke and you're hardest to look different. A 10-year loan is nuts, dude. But right, thanks so much for the $2 super chat. I'm having a baby, bro. Oh, dude, congrats, man. You're having a baby, dude. Oh man, that's honestly one of the biggest blessings you could have, dude. Honestly, having a baby, having kids is one of the best things you can have in your life, dude. I promise you, man. It's a blessing. It's amazing. Like I wouldn't trade it for the world, dude. So I'm so happy for you, man. Shout out to you, dude. Yeah. Have you seen someone is making wallets with 1 XCEL in it to make the holder amount go up? Are they really? That's kind of wild. I mean, people are going to do what people are going to do, and you can't control them. I don't know about 96-month payments when nobody makes their payment on a 5-year loan. That's crazy, dude. 5 years. I mean, I think 5 years is average, right? I think for when I had my business, I think I was on a 3-year. When I was buying trucks and equipment for the company. I think the most I did was a 3-year, which that's commercial, right? It's a commercial loan. I think they do 3 to 5 years, and the 3-year was just too sexy during the pandemic, dude. It's 0% down, 0% APR. If you did a 3-year, I mean, dude, that was the best deal you could have got out there. Yeah, dude. Rest in peace. Buying more crypto. Yeah. Have you looked at how you're talking about for the kids? Yeah. Got set for those kids, man. Rest in peace. Behind more crypto. I bought my truck with cash from SHIB 2021. That's pretty cool, dude, Haven. I give you that. That's pretty badass. Liquidity's dry. The shutdown forced the Fed's hand. Without a crack, they won't budge. Quantitative tightening ends in 2 weeks. Quantitative easing needs to become before the raise rates. Not likely to happen. We'll see, dude. VI peoples. What's good? Yeah, it's good to see XXI. Hope all is well, man. Still 7-1 for XRP. Hey, you never know, dude. I mean, the cycle's changed a little bit here. I mean, end of year could be a little rough. We'll see. I wonder if BTC will hit 80 to 84K. Well, Hugh, you can see that there's the betting odds are that it will hit 82. It says, well, how low will Bitcoin get this year? They're suggesting 82 before the end of the year. So, and that's, I mean, there's almost $9 million in trade volume or in betting volume on that, which is crazy. Gonna live in my Roadster, no property tax in New Jersey. Hell yeah, dude. Jacob, thanks so much for being a member for 11 months, dude. $800 a month for crypto. I mean, you talking about that's how much you've been putting in crypto? Is about $800 a month for crypto. That's pretty good, dude. Thanks so much for being a member for 11 months. Frankfurt, thanks again for being a member for 11 months. You guys are awesome, dude. 11 months, that's 1 year, dude. So next month it'll be 1 year. Y'all Americans with a car payment just buy a stupid car. I love it, Tackle you. Just buy the damn car. What's up, Austin? Long time no see. What's up, K Bowers? I've been missing the last week. It's all good, bro. We all get busy in life, man. You know, I just appreciate you guys still showing up and hanging out when you can and talking about this. I came on early today, so just because I have an appointment I got to get to, so I wanted to make sure I got on here, streamed, and we talked about everything. Dude, late. You know, what's going on with the market? The market's been rough, Boogie. It's been a little rough, but I mean, it's playing this bounce back game right now. I mean, like people are buying this up. I was just looking at we're up to, damn, dude, HBAR is climbing now, dude. Holy crap. About 400, up about 414, 62% right now with HBAR. Yeah, markets are making a bounce back right now. XRP is definitely climbing back up. Things are climbing back up right now. People will say we hit the bottom. I mean, I said 89. I put this marker down here. I don't know if this is actually the number, but I mean, this makes sense. It hit right in the middle of that fair value gap yesterday. We put that marker out here for 89.7. It went down to 89.2. So anyone that actually got in and bought at 89.7 or 89.2, like they're in a pretty good spot. This bounce back was super nice. I mean, the bounce back went all the way up to 95,000, dude. Actually, I think the bounce back went to 94. Sorry, 94,000 is where the bounce back went to. People hate HOAs. Dude, I'm in the HOA right now and I hate it. It would be nice if you retired from the military and got no tax on your home and not have to pay 100%. That is true. You don't say that. Actually, that is fair. That is fair. Hey, Austin, good to catch you. Yeah, I appreciate you being here, Kyle. Sell the baby, buy the dip. Damn, Monab already has around 116 million requests on the pre-sale. I ended up requesting more last night. Damn, Crypto Keeper Joel. I just feel like it'll be interesting to see what Monad can do, man. That's a lot of money raised. Even a worse investment would be an RV, and I think you can get 15 to 20-year loans on them. Yeah, that's true, dude. My, I think, you can treat it like a home. You know what I mean? I think it's a 15 to 20 year on an RV. Some of these RVs are freaking nice, dude. Like I'm talking like some of these RVs are freaking amazing. I mean, I don't know if you guys have gone to any of like the RV shows, dude, but some of those RVs, even like the fifth wheels, dude. Some of the fifth wheels, you can get like a nice fifth wheel, like a $50,000-$60,000 fifth wheel. Take a 20-year or 15-year a loan out on it. It's like $350 a month. And like some of those things are better than freaking, apartments, dude. Like they're marble countertops, like, marble flooring. It's insane, dude. Why is XCEL holder count increasing yet the market cap keeps decreasing? What about the cause of this? I think someone said that let's pull it up here. I haven't looked. Someone said something about people were buying they were doing like $1 or one XCL bags. I mean, where's the holder count? Yeah, 284. Damn. I mean, it's been holding strong. It's still sitting, dude. This is still up 425% up from launch, dude. Like this thing has done really good. It's holding strong. Like I said, the biggest gap for XCEL, I've said this on the live stream or on the X Spaces. I've said it before on here. The biggest thing for XCEL right now is they got to get money flowing through their protocol. That's what it comes down to. However they do that, I don't know. But they got to start moving money through the protocol. They could do some more burns, obviously pay rewards. Like I think that's the big key thing happening right now, or that needs to happen. So we'll see what happens here. But I mean, it's still held very, very strong. Still 425% up. Still, I mean, like what's crazy about this thing went up 35x. I still like to this day, dude. And again, some people sold, some people didn't. And I got a lot of DMs from people who sold, like thanking me for this. But I mean, like, like you still had to go out and buy it. You still had to go out and sell it. You still had to go out and like make your profits from it. So like the people that actually, I had a person hit me up. I think they made like $10,000 or $15,000 off of it, and they were from the Philippines and like changed their life. And I said that on the X Space, and they hit me up on a DM on X, and they're just like, dude, that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like that's so awesome that like that changes someone's lives. You know what I mean? Like as much as like we sit here and look, some of this money for some of these third world countries is crazy. You know what I mean? Like $10,000 changes people's lives in a third world country. $5,000 can change people's lives in a third world country. And so I think like some of these things are big for a lot of people, right? Some people not so much. Some people, yeah, it's a lot. Let's say 126 was the top, minus 70%ish. Now that this could get welcome to the trench, folks. Yeah, minus the 70%ish. I mean, that'd probably put us back at. I mean, that wouldn't make sense though. I give you Kev, and the reason why it doesn't make sense to me when we do it that way is because usually we come back down to the previous height of the previous bull, right? And so that wouldn't make sense to me because a 70% would drop us well below the previous. That'd put us down at levels, 70% mark would put us at 36. But all previous lows have hit the previous highs of the previous bulls. So like that's why I'd have a hard time with that 70%. Like everything would shift, right? The whole thing shifts at that point. So, I don't know, man. It's tough to say. Car payments is a wealth killer. I think so too, dude. I called 150K BTC for end of year. Not sure what it's going to do now. People are saying about 160 by June of next year. I was just putting out this chart by Timothy. Like I said, this guy, he shares. I don't know if you guys aren't following this guy. He shares these seasonalities in one chart. So he takes like all of crypto's numbers and then like throughout their seasons, and he puts it through and he does his math on it. And it says like a plus 25% range since 2015. But really what this is saying is he tries to put in one chart here and then speculate off where this could go. And he's saying like on the lowest end, by June of next year, we're going to be at 160,000 Bitcoin for pricing. On average, we should be around 200,000 and might be towards the peak around 240. But I mean, again, that would completely shift the 4-year cycle if that happened. That beard's looking great. I'm just behind yours and more fuller than mine. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go get it trimmed up a little bit today. So hopefully I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna keep it going long. I'm just gonna get it trimmed up and look a little nice, maybe shaped it a little bit, and then I'm gonna put a little fade in there on the sides right here. But I think I'm gonna keep it going long, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna get a little touch up today for sure. Peace, Austin. A-team, have a good one. You too, Texas man. Appreciate you being here, man. $800 a month more when my truck paid off. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. That's a good payment. Yeah, my truck right now, I think I pay $1,100 a month on my truck. I think I have a 5-year on it right now. I think I have a 5-year loan on the truck right now. It's almost have it for what going on? I guess I got it. What 2023? I bought it. It was an 04. It was a 2024. I bought in 2023. So yeah, I guess I'm halfway through it right now. But I mean, I kind of want to get rid of it. I just want to get rid of the payment just so I can like move more money around. I got permission from my fiance to use some wedding funds to buy the dip. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. RV or a livable boat may be a good investment. A livable boat, that's what my dad did. My dad lived on a boat for like over a year, bro. My dad bought a boat and he lived on a boat. You guys know Dr. DGen, dude. He's just a freaking nomad, dude. He lived on a freaking boat. And when I first went out there to see him, like honestly, it looked like the boat that like Forrest Gump lived on, bro. Or like that he would like go like fit, it was all just beat up, bro. The Jenny. It looked like that, dude. And I was just like, what the hell are you living on, dude? He was loving it, man. It was crazy, dude. I pick RVs too. Do you really, dude? I bought more XCEL and XRP. Okay. To the guy talking about XCEL holder count and MC count have 0. Yeah, that's probably true. Become a diamond hand relayer while you can. Yeah. People are making some money off the relayers, dude. I'll give you that. Why is someone making accounts with one XCEL and to pump the holder? I have no idea, bro. I mean, that's what people are doing. That's what they're doing. I don't agree. We went below 20K last bear. We didn't go below 20K last bear market, bro. Oh yeah, we did. But that was the height of the previous bull, though, dude. That was the height of the previous bull was 18K. That's what I was saying. I said it was around like 18, 19K, and then we dipped to 16. So I mean, like we went to the previous height, and then if you go back and you look at the previous days, back over here, which we did before, in the previous bear came down and it hit the same levels before, right? It came down and hit these levels. I mean, well, I guess it actually didn't. That might not have been the bear. It was 19. And I think we came down and hit the previous bear bull market, which was right here. That's not the low. And if you go back, if you go back to the other ones, and we came down again and hit the previous heights, but I have to go like right here. See, that's the previous bull of the previous one in 2013. We came up and then we came down and we hit the lows again or at the previous highs, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I mean, every time we come down and we've hit roughly around the previous high of the previous bull. So like, I don't know. I was being generous with 70%, but they've all been roughly 70%. That's the scary part, dude. Cuckoo, thanks so much for the 699 super chat. Taxman shouldn't tax first responders. Yeah, OT, I agree with that, dude. I mean, we need our first responders. Plus everything you guys mentioned. I did 600 OT hours and 60 doubles this fire season. I got taxed hard. God, that sucks, dude. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. I don't think people should get taxed on, especially if you are. Yeah, I would agree. Cars can be a wealth killer. I agree, dude. Best of you to get a new car. Yeah, like a Toyota or a Honda. Your beard looks great. I appreciate you, guy. Thanks, man. We'll see after today's little trim up how it works out. Wallet holders and market cap are connected, just not tied to the same sign of distribution. I pay cash when I buy a car. I can't stand monthly payment. Yeah, I would agree. It's tough, dude. Monthly payments suck. My bank account looks like a third world account. You should be buying instead of crying. I like that. This guy didn't sell 800,000 in his wallet, but he's worried about an $1,100 amount of payment. I'm just saying that sometimes you look at it and you're like, oh man, because like you'll look at your account and you're like, oh, there goes $1,100. Like it's a lot. I mean, $1,100 is a lot, dude. But you're right. I didn't sell $800,000 in my wallet. You know what I mean? I'm still old, bro. I'm still holding strong. My spouse is still angry. I sold our Volvo and 90K miles on it rather than drag it down to Florida. Hey, yo, those Volvos are nice, bro. My mom has a Volvo. Hitting nice waves out here in Hawaii. Oh man, Hawaii rider, that's awesome, dude. Are you buying anything during the dips? I mean, I'm just out here. I'm just margin trading right now, dude. Like I said, I hit my stop losses with XRP and Ethereum, and then my HBAR one lingered on. I still have it, still sit with my stop loss, but it hasn't. I have to move my stop loss up to do a trailing stop loss on it. Unfortunately, where most people live, you need a reliable car. Yeah, well, here, the States, I mean, everything's so far away. Maybe you'll forgive her because I've seen some people spend a little more money on Volvos. Yeah, I mean, I think my mom likes her Volvo. Kept my car 10 years and only got a new one because needed an adaptive cruise for my knee and traffic. Yeah, that's why you get a Tesla, bro. That's one thing about the Teslas. The self-driving on the Teslas, insane, dude. Like, if I need to, even if I want to drink water, I'm like, oh, I need to drink some water. And then instead of trying to, screw it off, I just literally hit self-drive real quick. It's like, doo-doo, and just continues driving. And I just start drinking my water, I'll unscrew it. And then it self-drives, and I just turn it off and I start driving again with it. Or if you're eating something or whatever. Dude, there's so the self-driving's insane. You get stuck in you get traffic, self-drive that thing, dude, and it just literally will just guide on traffic and you just sit there. You could just chill. It's crazy what self-driving can do. It's insane. Volvos are my shit, especially the 2004, 2015s. There are tanks. Craig, that's awesome. Yeah, my buddy he bought a Volvo, super, super nice. It was really fast too. Use previous top logic around 16% below previous tops. You're looking at 57K ish. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, I'd give you that 57K ish then. But I think it's gonna be, and that's where I think when these came out here, how low will Bitcoin get this year? They said 82. And they're saying any chances gets below 80,000. I think in the bear market, we're definitely going to probably fall back down to the previous highs. I do believe that. And so far patterns have not been consistent at all. So a lot of historical patterns have been obliterated since for the last 2 months. It sucked. I have no idea if they're making those things. I haven't even looked at that. Makes a big difference. Stop and go. Yeah, it does, dude. So, but all right, guys, I got to hop off here because I got to get ready to go to my barber. So that's why I got on early, was to go get my haircut. So get my beard trimmed up here. But yeah, with all that, I'm going to hop on tonight, guys. No soccer tonight, so I'm going to actually come on and probably stream tonight, kick it with you guys tonight. So hopefully you guys are up for a late night stream. We'll see where the markets go. As you guys can see, the markets are down still, over the last 7 days, but they are trying to make a little bit of a comeback here. Maybe Bitcoin gets back to the 94, 95. Maybe Ethereum gets back into that 32. It'd be nice to see XRP get back into the 30s. I'm going to continue to monitor my my margin call right now. I'll probably end up closing this out because it's over 61%. Probably should take my profits and bounce, which makes sense, but we'll see what happens here. Maybe I'll hold on to it. I don't know. But yeah, with all that, I hope I see you guys tonight. With all that, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I love you guys a ton, and we're out. Peace out, everyone. Cut the beard off. Dude, fam would be so pissed.